From that, vandals have attacked transmission lines, taking power to parts of Abuja, causing blackout in Wuse, Garki, and Maitama. The Transmission Company of Nigeria disclosed that the incident happened in the early hours of Friday at the 132 kV transmission line and underground cable transmitting bulk power to the 132 kV Central Area Transmission Substation in Katampe in the central area of Abuja. TCN decries the incessant acts of vandalism of power cables across the country, but it has dispatched a team of engineers to the site to ensure quick restoration of power in the affected areas. Freelance journalist Kizito Akede joins me on the news at 10 for more on this. Mr. Akede, what, in your opinion, do you think is responsible for the sabotage by the vandals?
Yes, thank you very much. Just like you rightly put it, this happened during the early hours of Friday morning in the Federal Capital Territory, causing blackout in most places, including places like Wuse, the Central Area District, and even some parts of the Presidential Villa. It has become a major problem not just in the FCT, but across the Federation. But why it is gaining so much attention in the FCT is because this is the center of power, and this is not the first time we're seeing this. In fact, last year alone, the government spent more than $8.8 billion on maintenance and replacement. And this is a sad situation. And it's not just about the cable lines that they are taking away, it's also manhole, just like we saw recently. And yeah, it's a big problem, and it's affecting everybody. When these vandals go and loot these public properties that have critical importance, to the survival of the state, people are complaining about the economic situation in Nigeria, and we still have some vandals taking away cable lines and other public assets.
Yes, but then what could make them this daring to perpetrate such act at the federal capital and that even affect parts of the presidential villa? Mr. Kede, I'm asking about what you think could make them so daring to perpetrate such an act at a place called the federal capital, such that it even affects a part of the presidential villa.
Yes, they didn't go directly to the presidential villa. This happened in a place, in the Central Area District. This power cable supplies electricity to the substation in a place called Katampe. So from there, it supplies other feeders. About 8 feeders receive power from this substation. So this is where they're targeted. And these vandals are on the rampage in the FCT. I know the government is doing the best they can, and anytime something like this comes up, people ask questions, where are the police and so on and so forth. But if we have responsibility as citizens as well to intimate the government, to tell them when we see things like this. So yeah, it's a big problem in the FCT.
Right, so
I've been seeing this over the past few weeks.
Yeah, so as a resident of Abuja, what kind of appeal are you making? Education.
That is the only thing, because people focus on on just the police and what the government can do. As a citizen, this is what I also do at my own level. Just like you said, I do vlogging, and I meet a lot of people in the FCT. I go to university campuses and I explain to them, I tell them we have obligations as citizens as well. And the government should also invest more in educating, the people, because at the end of the day, this is the only country we have. And our beautiful FCT, we will not allow this to continue to happen. We as young people need to, help the government basically when we see things like this going on, to expose these criminals, because at the end of the day, the government cannot be everywhere. But the government also, particularly the police, should also...
All right. Yes, indeed, Mr. Akede. Kizito Akede is a freelance journalist. Thank you so much for talking to us. And we have actually made efforts to speak to the Transmission Company of Nigeria to get updates on this, but they are yet to respond. We do hope to hear from them in the hours ahead to respond to